Hi everyone, it's Ann here. I just wanted to remind you that I'm doing my internship at the Recovery Center of Northern Virginia, which is an outpatient treatment center here in Northern Virginia for drugs and alcohol. Anyway, I wanted to apologize for being a day late. I've been under the weather, and but I do have something that's come up this week that I really need to talk about. One of the special populations that we serve at where I'm interning is we serve people that have security clearances, and that means they have special security background checks and everything to do their jobs within the government or as government contractors in different places. I'm sure you've heard a lot about clearances in the news lately. But anyway, so we had a gentleman come in for a substance abuse. Sorry, power's flickering again. We had a gentleman come in for a substance abuse evaluation because his clearance was suspended. And he had an attorney. And so I actually did the assessment myself with my supervisor in the room with me. And she told me make sure that everything was documented carefully because of the fact that this guy was needing a clearance issue. So when my field instructor asked me, we were touching base over the phone, and she asked me how I was doing, and I told her I did an assessment that I didn't think was one of my better ones because I was nervous about having to make sure everything was documented so carefully that I didn't make it flow as easily as I have before in the past. So one thing that uh, she mentioned was, she asked if this guy had his clearance suspended, and I told her yes, he had, and apparently that's a whole different ball game than doing just a regular substance abuse evaluation. And she spoke to my supervisor about that because she was concerned that this gentleman was taken care of. She was advocating for this gentleman, which she should. And my supervisor, of course, got very, apparently, I haven't talked to her yet, but I will tomorrow. And she got very defensive and said no, it was just a substance abuse evaluation. It had nothing to do with security clearance. So now I'm feeling stuck between my supervisor and my instructor. And with only, 7 weeks to go, 6 weeks to go, I really don't want to ruffle any feathers at this stage of the game, especially. So I just want to see what you think, how I should handle this. I'm sure my supervisor is going to talk to me about it tomorrow. And, I've already decided that basically I'm going to say, oh, I must have misunderstood. And, not, to not ruffle feathers anymore. But, really my concern is my supervisor seems to be lying to my field instructor, and I I don't know if I should confront her on that or not. To me, it's unethical, but yet she's not a social worker. She's a certified certified alcohol drug counselor. So that's a different certification. That's not a social worker. So she doesn't have the same ethics that we do. But I'm concerned. And I'm a little conflicted in my own self about this. So what I would like to know is how you would handle this situation, and what you would do to make sure that how to approach it so you're not ruffling feathers here at the end of the internship. All right, thanks so much. I look forward to hearing your comments.